we are at a very short distance away from Hanuman Janambhumi, which is just beyond this hill over there, and just at the other side of the hill is the temple, the mandir dedicated to Shabariji. And here behind me, beyond that Durga temple, is the temple dedicated to Sugriv and Bali. Historical research tells us that Sugriva and Bali were brothers, and Sugriva, being elder, was the ruler of this beautiful kingdom of Kishkinda. For some reason, Bali overthrew his brother's rule and became the ruler. And Sugriva then went to live over there. We've already been there on the banks of Tungabhadra river. Beyond that Durga temple over there is the temple dedicated to both Sugriva and Bali, and probably the dedication is when the two brothers were living in harmony. The story goes is when Lord Rama came over here on advice of Shabari. He sought help from Hanumanji, and Hanumanji carried the two brothers to meet Sugriva. And we shall continue the story as we go to the place where Hanumanji took Lord Rama to meet Sugriva, and the conditions which Sugriva placed on Lord Rama and Lakshman to provide his support in Lord Rama's search for his wife Sita. two main characters here are Shabriji and her guru Matanga Rishi. The research shows or tells us that it is here Matanga Rishi informed Shabri that Lord Ram would visit her one day, and informed her that surely, and blessed her that Lord Ram would come and meet him. This is where the Guru blessed Shabri that Lord Ram would certainly one day would come to this area and would meet her, and that was a blessing by which Shabri lived for many years. What is interesting is that this place, Matanga Hills, where there's a temple, Matanga Temple is right on the top over there, is located some 20 to 25 kilometers away from the Shabri cave, which is in the Kishkinda area, and the cave, Shabri cave, and the birthplace of Hanumanji, and the place where Sugriv escaped to after being defeated by his brother Vali, is very, very near. So interesting thing is that if we look at the history and the ground reality over here, sometime after being blessed by Matanga Rishi, Shabri would have made trek from this area beyond the hills across Tunga Brava River, and would have made her way to the Shabri cave. That's where she would have learnt about Hanumana, and it was Shabri who suggested to Lord Ram that he should seek help from Hanumana and Sugriva. So it does make sense that she, during the 12-year period, would have gone from this place to Shabri cave. There's something else I would like to share with you all. When I played the role of Hanumana many years ago, I remember for 7 days my face was painted like a monkey, and I was given a tail. And later on, as I read more about Ramayana and the history of Ramayana, and especially coming to over here, I realize that the interpretation of Banar is perhaps wrong. Depiction of Hanumanji and his followers over here as Bandar, as a monkey, and him as a monkey god, is something perhaps me and many other people do not subscribe to, something which we do not believe. My interpretation is Hanumanji was born and lived in a big forest, the forest which we can't see so much. Probably they became victim of the years or centuries and millenniums, but they were born in this forest in the Ban, and Nar means man. So basically they were Adivasis of this area, and I would suggest that they were human beings. But when Ramji and Hanumanji, when they came from up north, they probably looked different. And to them, Hanumanji and the other Banar, the forest dwellers, probably looked different. Even today, when I'm traveling with my team over here, I can see the difference between some people in the north and some people in the south. And they would have seen them as different people, but they were people. The other thing I would like to say is that Ramayana talks about demons and Arya-Purush and things like that. You know, there's something else I personally do not subscribe to. There would have been people whose demonic features, some of them, were more prevalent than their human features, because all human beings possess good and evil, and some of them were probably more evil than others, and they were destructive. And when Ramayana talks about Ramji and Lakshmanji killing these demons I believe would have been the bad people, troubling the sadhus and rishis and other good people over here, and they would not have been oversized giants coming down from other planet. On the other hand, they could have been. So it is my interpretation, and everybody can interpret themselves, but with some logic. In this day and age, everything goes with research and logic. And for me, a lot of things which I've been told about Ramayana, are not logical. So there has to be thinking, re-research, and reinterpretation of what we have been told. As we have been relating the story of the epic journey of Lord Ram during his Banwas to the exile and Banwas of the 1.2 Girmityas, I would like to tell a story over here which perhaps has helped the Girmityas during their voyage to the colonies, and also which has endured for more than 180 years. Is this place over here during the very difficult time for Lord Ram and his brother Lakshman, that they struck a friendship with Hanumanji, Sugriv, Angad, and all other forest dwellers over here, that lasted them during their lifetimes and has endured thousands and thousands of years from that time till today. And the friendship especially between Hanumanji and Ramji is probably unparalleled in any historical books. Now, what had happened on the Girmit ship is people of all caste from India, people from north, south, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Rajasthan, were put on one ship, some 400 to 500 of them, and they were traveling 3 to 4 months to reach their colonies. And something very important happened there. during the voyage, the caste division was overcome. During that voyage, the regional division was overcome. During the voyage, the linguistic divisions were overcome. And a friendship between these Girmityas, what is called as Jahaji Bhai, shipmate Jahaji Bhai and Jahaji Bahan, was struck. And that has helped the Girmityas during their very trying period in the colonies. And that Jahaji Bhai concept is still alive today. And it's my belief that the Jahaji Bhai friendship would be there as long as the stories of the Girmityas are alive in this world. Yes, we are still in Kishkinda, Hampi area of Karnataka. We have been telling story related to exile of Lord Rama and the fourth chapter of Ramayana, the Kishkinda Kant. This is the last story I'm going to share, and as all the stories related to Lord Rama in exile, this is another fascinating story. This is where somewhere around here Hanumanji introduced Lord Ram to Sugriva, and Sugriva laid a condition to Lord Ram to assist him in search of his wife. The condition was that he helps him to fight his brother who had usurped the kingdom from him, and after he is restored to his Raj, his rule in this area, he would help Lord Ram and Lakshman to find Sita. And Lord Ram agreed to do that after hearing the story of Vali, his brother, and Sugriva, and he thought it was pertinent for him to assist. There was war which has taken place somewhere around here in Kishkinda, but Vali proved to be very strong, and he was overcoming Sugriva, and when Lord Ram realized that perhaps Vali will conquer and kill Sugriva, he hid behind a tree, took out his bow and arrow and shot Bali, and he eventually died. The story goes that when Vali asked Ram why he had now killed him or wounded him, and he was lying and breathing his last breath, Lord Ram justified his deeds, saying that perhaps it was his duty to destroy evil, which he has been doing throughout his life, and he did offer to give life back to Bali, who, realizing who Lord Rama was, did not accept. He preferred to die in hands of Lord Ram. After that, Sugriv was restored to his throne, and he offered his help along with Hanumanji and his Sugriv's son Angad and the army which he gathered from this area, and then they proceeded towards Rameshwaram. The story is to be told on the way. We will go to Lapaki next.